For centuries, the galaxy has been shaken by an endless war. A brutal conquest led by a bloodthirsty general. He's called the Master. His armies of soulless, replaceable creatures crush and invade planets in an instant. Then the Master arrives and selects a handful of survivors. The strongest, the bravest, the smartest. The rest must choose between obedience or death. The prisoners of the Master are scattered in astral prisons, museums to the glory of this vicious war. 12 supernatural and overpowered beings guard these astral prisons from which no one can escape. The Zodiacs. To carry out my mission, I found a way to infiltrate the Garden, the central prison. A trip without a way out. My mission? Eliminate the Master. I'm in the Garden, the central prison. According to my intel, there should be a prisoner outpost nearby. Let's find it. The Master spawns are here. This shouldn't be a problem. Someone's been training here. Maybe these prisoners. The gravity is slightly different, but it'll do. That's mine. Missing mana. I can't. Mana! No mana. More of them. The masters everywhere. My school trained me well. These foes are first-year material. I hope these prisoners are friendly. shouldn't be too far now. Last mistake you'll ever make. This place is even bigger than I anticipated. The Master. He's hiding somewhere behind these worlds. The fate of the galaxy is in my hands.
See? I was right. I knew someone was breaking in.
Excuse me. Who are you?
My name is Ayla, and I'm here to deal with the Master of these prisons.
Girl, I don't know if you're bold or reckless.
What she means is, you're in the right place. Come with us.
Thank you. No matter how determined I am, I'm going to need allies in this mission. Thank you again. In the last 2 days, I've learned so much about my targets.
Unfortunately, 2 days isn't enough to tell you everything about the Zodiacs.
Fighting them will teach you much more.
What you need to know is that the Zodiacs are defending the path to the Master.
So my mission is simple. Defeat the 12 Zodiacs to reach the Master.
Exactly. You'd better go see Sova, the big owl. She'll fly you out of the garden.
Our little trespasser wishes to face the master.
Yes, but first I need to fight the prison's guards, the Zodiacs.
At least you listen to your teachers well. Before you go, don't forget about our new prisoner, Karen. He was brought in during your training.
Punch it time! Hey, super happy to meet you. Let me know when you're trying an escape so I can join.
Join right away? Shouldn't you prepare first?
Prepare? Oh, no. I punch first and ask questions later, if I remember them. But yeah, I'll be here if you need some
But you two are not the only prisoners in the garden. Why don't you introduce yourself to our little community when you are ready to go? My wings will carry you to the entrance of the fragmented plains. From there, it's up to you and your skills.
Hello. You're Zimzim, right?
Isla! Nice to meet you. How do you feel?
Feeling good. Today, anything seems possible.
I like that. Let me know if you need a little boost. I'm right here.
Hello. I hope I'm not bothering.
Isla of the Order of Coalescent Sisters. The one who exists to kill.
I wish to prove that the Order has a just cause.
We do not believe in random acts of kindness. Everything here must be business.
It's exhausting being so serious all the time.
Honorable adventurer.
What a lovely day to meet you, Seer Boppy.
Oh, you must be the famous Isla. Did you know I am carefully watching your progress?
I know, and I strive to be the best. I will prove myself to my order and to you as well if you wish it.
I am pleased to hear that, my dear assassin-to-be.
Stay focused, Isla.
We have stories for you.
I think he's asleep.
Oh,
We?
this pack of Yalis and myself.
perfect timing.
You must be Elune.
Exactly right. And you must be Isla? Well, I'm the resident stylist here.
I'm not sure style is one of my skills. Sorry.
Yes, I had noticed.
Iki!
Anything else I can do for you?
No, not a...
Ah, that was nothing. I liked training you. Felt young again.
I wish you a good day, Sova.
Pleased to see mana still exists outside of this garden.
I was trained that way.
Your sisters did well. I personally have high hopes regarding your efforts. Good luck out there.
New spell. This place is gorgeous. New places, new challenges to face. Try harder next time. Exploration requires precision. I've got options. You don't stand a chance. I might get a new spell in here. That's a good bargain. One more step. Let's take the next one. Destiny awaits. Next wave, please. Almost there. Injuries treated. weird taste, but refreshing. Let's proceed. Managing so far. Wait for me, sisters. I'm on my way. Next time, just give up. It's exhausting being so serious all the time.
Good day to you.
Hello?
A customer. I'm Andromeda, and I welcome you to the Old Medusa Head.
This place is...
That's nice to hear. I want this place to be a haven for everyone. Come closer, I don't bite. Don't overdo yourself out there.
I'm not alone in here.
Hey there, new face. I'm Taurus. We're the jailers.
You are not my...
Me and my fellow Zodiacs, we have one job.
I see. At any rate, I knew I would... Injury's gone.
On fire! Well played. Well played.
No heal.
I like your style. You might have a chance to...
Is that it?
For now, there are 11 more...
Tickles every time. I'll get sunburned if I'm not careful.
After a year on the road, I thought... After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between. But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off. I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman, at your service. The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these. Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this. Finally, I'd made it to Bellariva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen, of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to... I daydreamed constantly about the weird and my story and... It was my first morning in Bellariva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet in the main square, meanwhile. Preparations were underway for the As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of... I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back. It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have got...
My tape is broken and I can't... I tried to fix it myself, but there's this method... Why did you do that? How did you do that? I didn't see.
Still not working. Something else must be wrong. Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares. Those screws still need to be put back.
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever. It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off when Izzy's friends called for her. She dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons. I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt. She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath the part, I wouldn't be. My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man.
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece...
Ah, my father's statue. It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel... Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks. Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label. Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together? Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to...
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I've been working...
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, They always found an excuse to be busy. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too. My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries. I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday?
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sis. Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong? You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
These connections aren't quite right. I should check the wiring. Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this. Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up. Still a few parts missing. Looks like something is still missing. Looks like something is still missing. Those screws still need to be put back. When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool? That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent, and the suppliers.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, as she talked, Carmen became more and more tense.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. Actually, I might have a...
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my host. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor. I made my way to the room number they'd given. The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen. So this was Carmen's sister? Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything. I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
If I use the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror. Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working. Looks like there's still a screw missing. I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but it was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap, and she took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another...
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena... The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked...
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust...
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each...
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really...
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign. So there was supposed to be a sign outside.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. I don't know, it's a bit, flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these. I think the whole thing is supposed to light up.
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set. The sign fixed, we headed outside and mount.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined.
A smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my...
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better, Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena, finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen. And with that, she disappeared inside. It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone. It was Izzy, peeking out from the... She led me through to a beautiful,
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small.
I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
Can you fix it? Do grown-ups play games as well? Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen. Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me. Why would he think that?
Because,
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes.
my dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress. And I don't want...
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wild. It made me think. Had I really... I was so focused on the adventure... Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the door. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too... I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with... You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course, I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which, I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my
the main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it. The cogs look good, though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
Are you sure it will all fit back together? I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one...
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was... As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace. When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but it definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market.
We're having a clear out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping. She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen...
That light bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light, the lens at the top, for the projector to work.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here. I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Looks like there's still a screw missing. There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go? think I've missed a screw somehow. Looks like there's still a screw missing.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around. I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Still a few parts missing. Still a few parts missing. I should make sure I screw everything back together. Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You can't.
That's the problem. There are common things I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so.
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
I know I have to tell her the truth.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the...
She wasn't really going to ask me.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can...
It all fits. Now to light the gas. I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great, if I say so myself. Here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first? That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve. My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, as a moment later, Joseph...
That was so tasty.
Well, you've certainly earned your...
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why? When she wants what's best for you, she's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. I just wish she hadn't lied to me.
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bellariva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe.
Maria! Maria! My favorite sous chef! Come on through.
Even Helena was there, serving the coffee. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old...
She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. Do you think it has one last...
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on. Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly. That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it. I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around. If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. This motor doesn't seem to work. Maybe I'll have better luck with a different one. Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
The sweetest word what will remain of the smiles, the ones that stole my heart?
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear. As she appeared, leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I'm going to stay here with her for a while.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the silence between us. My final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden, the playhouse.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria. She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with...
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded.
It's a music box. I'd love for it... Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it. Perfect. The mechanism is good as new. There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go? I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? Or sit by your side and hold you? I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me. I've ended up so much like my own father. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets...
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy, she gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never... Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, my time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished. In a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed. I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop as I packed. My train ticket. I can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to. My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his... They'd each learned to see things from someone. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train. Put even more... Did I even remember their number? Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
Luckily, I have her. She's always running around, taking orders and making drinks. She misses the city, though. Bellariva, she said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with... It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I saw Maria use her screwdriver 1,000,000 times. Taking this apart will be easy. These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them. I'll need to connect all the pipes correctly to stop the steam pouring out. Why is there so much steam? That can't be right. The pipes are all connected, but there's still steam everywhere. Something's in the wrong place. Finally, no more steam. It doesn't seem to work unless the circuit lights are all green. I think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure. All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think. smells delicious. Now to make it look magical. A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits. I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, always the connoisseur. She didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. When she finally spotted it, though, I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing, it made me realise how much I have to thank you for.